Hello Virgo, it's Lisa, and here is your November 20th to 26th, 2023 general reading. This is just a general reading. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, all my contact information is in the description box below. Okay, so Virgo, let's see what's in store for you this week. So the overall message for you, Virgo, is the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is all about just, moving forward, charging forward, not getting distracted by what's happening around you, not getting distracted by what other people are doing or saying or the conflicts that are happening, world events. It's just kind of like, you got stuff to do, just keep moving forward. The challenge you have this week is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles could be different for each of you. With this being general, it's kind of hard to pinpoint sometimes, but the Queen of Pentacles is about holding on to something either too tightly, thinking, okay, I know I hate this job, but I can't move forward. I need to hold on to this because of, certain things are happening, and what if I quit, or what if I change and then I hate the other job? So you're holding on to something too tightly, even love or anything like that. So you could be hoping and wishing and trying to manifest a change, but you are blocking it by holding on too tightly to something. The same thing applies if you need something. So it's like, I need a new job, or I need a relationship. I'm lonely. I really need someone in my life. I need my soulmate, right? I need more money in order to do that. So being in that place of need, you're actually blocking exactly what you want to come into your life. So it's learning to create a flow rather than being in this place of either needing more or needing to hold on to something, like hoarding something, almost like a hoarding energy. So it's having a flow and letting go of that, which I know is very difficult. That's why it's a challenge. But it is creating a flow, having a know, and understand that it will be okay. And the universe will provide exactly what it is you need, right? You have to do the work, but ultimately it will all work out as long as you're not in that place. And it's so hard, because I always say to people, when you want something so badly to happen, if you've been working hard at something and you want the success to happen, it's hard not to hold on to wanting that success. That's where the let go, let universe thing happens. And it's, it's physically having to let go of something, and emotionally letting go, where you allow the universe to bring you the right things at the right time, when and how it's supposed to happen. You just do your part in it and do the work and have the right attitude, and then it will just flow. Okay, and then where you need to focus on this week is on balance. Just moving forward with balance, focusing on breaking some bad habits, which could be this, and just moving forward. And then what you don't see coming, we will reveal in a moment. Okay, so let's get some clarity on this, Virgo. So the Knight of Swords, it's just, charging forward, staying out of conflict, drama, just doing what you need to do this week. And let's get some clarity. Yeah, by moving forward, you're moving towards the things that are meant to happen. So when you struggle with not having what it is that you want, or holding on to tightly as the challenge, it's like you just have to keep moving forward. That's all you have to do, right? You need to just let go and know that the right thing's going to happen. It's like very much like que sera, sera. What will be, right? And it's just kind of like, okay, I'm just going to do my part in it, and it's going to work out how it's going to be. It's going to be. The Four of Pentacles is talking about just move forward with balance, body, mind, and spirit, right? You can't be moving forward with balance in one way and not be balanced in another way, because then you're not really balanced. The Three of Swords is understanding that heartache leads to new beginnings. So if something's just not coming, right, which is like the Queen of Pentacles, which is in the challenge, where you're holding on to something because you need more something, or are afraid to let go of something. It's understanding that by letting go of something, or by being in this place, that it is actually creating a new beginning. And to have this new beginning, you'll get to a place where you're grateful for the things that have happened and the things you learn. And you kind of look back and go, wow, I'm so grateful that that all didn't work out, because then that made me make these choices and move forward. And now look at me. My life is amazing, right? I met the right person, or my career really, you know, it pushed me to do this. And then look at my career. So, or health and fitness. I'm so glad that I got to that place where I was feeling so horrible. And then I made the changes I need to make and move forward. And now look at me, right? So yeah, it's just being grateful. You will be grateful at some point. Some of you may be at different places. Some of you may be at the gratitude place, and others may just be starting the process. The King of Cups is, to me, the serenity prayer. It is all about understanding that you just have to focus on what's right in front of you, focus on what you can control and what you need to do right now in order to move forward, and let go of what you can't control. And it's just like, you just can't control certain things, right? So it's understanding what you can control, what you can't, and focusing on the things you can, and let go of the things you can't control. Because a lot of times when things are happening, we tend to focus on all the things that we can't control. And it's like, if we spent half the time focusing on the things we can control, wow, the success that we would have is crazy. Rather than wasting time on worrying and stressing and focusing on the things that we can't control. So it's all about learning the difference and then really focusing on what you can control, which is really just taking action and our attitude. Okay, so Virgo, the challenge you have is this challenge of being in this place of need. Traditionally, the Queen of Pentacles is money, right? Finances. So it's either holding on to money too tightly, like, oh, I gotta, like, hoarding money. I can't spend it. I can't do anything. So you're not creating a flow with the universe. Like, I'm afraid to spend it because what if something happens? And then the same thing is, you're not moving forward because you're thinking, I need more money to do something. So it's, you know, understanding that if you move forward, you will have exactly what you need, right? It's not having this block around it, whether it's money, a job, a relationship, whatever it is, whatever makes you secure in the material world. It's not holding on so tightly to either needing it or needing to hold on to it that you create a block and it doesn't flow. The Page of Cups, sorry, I laughed, but the Page of Cups is exactly what I just said. The Page of Cups is, all you have to do is just move forward. You do your part and the universe will provide you with what you need. You need to know that and trust it. I'm sure many of you have been in a place where you stressed and worried about not having something that you needed, whether it's money or whatever. And then all of a sudden, either the right person comes in or the right job or something happens where it's like, wow, right? It just all kind of falls in line, and it's mind-blowing sometimes. It can even be if you're in a really bad place where it's like, oh, I just can't pay this bill this month. I'm going to have to call them and see if I can make arrangements. And you call and you get a really lovely person on the phone. They make arrangements. They help you set it all up. And it just flows, right? And then you can let go. And then before you know, when you let go and go, okay, it's all taken care of. That's easy. I can do that. Then you put that out to the universe, and then the universe starts providing. And before you know it, you have enough and more to pay for what you needed to pay for. It's an interesting thing. Wow. So when you do this and learn to create this flow and let go of these blockages, you are moving towards the best card in the deck, which is getting all the things that you want in the material world. The Hermit is that you need to stop overthinking and overanalyzing, right? That's what gets us in this place, right? So if you're holding on too tightly and not spending and not creating a flow with the universe, then you're blocking that from coming in, and you're overthinking spending. Well, should I do this? If I don't do this, what if everything falls apart and I don't have the money? Like, it's like overthinking, right? So you stop the flow from happening. I know so many people who constantly have money flowing into their lives, or whatever it is into their lives. Success just comes to them in all things. And it's because they have this flow. Some people step back and look at them and think, wow, they're just constantly, purchasing things or going places or doing certain things. And it's like, yeah, because they're creating the flow, and they do it. And then, they might even get in debt, but then they get a big chunk of money that gets them out of debt. And then they do so they're constantly creating this flow. It's really, really interesting. It's when you have the mindset of overthinking, of either like, I need more money or I need to hold on to this, you don't create the flow. Even if it's moving towards health and fitness, if you overthink it and overanalyze and never do, then nothing ever moves forward. The 5 of Cups is what I just said. It is about overthinking and overanalyzing and focusing on the negatives rather than focusing on just moving forward towards all the things that are waiting for you. So it is definitely a challenge with mindset this week for you, Virgo. Okay, so then where they want you to focus on this week is pretty simple. I mean, it's simple, but not simple at the same time. It's all about balance. They're not asking you to do some like huge, crazy things. Just take one step at a time. Be balanced, body, mind, and spirit. And I know people are like, what is that? It's just basically mentally, you're moving forward, creating a flow. Physically, you're doing what you need to do. And spiritually, you're open to new opportunities, right? You're just creating a flow with the universe in all ways by thinking the right way, and, taking care of what your soul is needing. Breaking habits. If you're doing something that's not healthy for you, if you're thinking ways that are not healthy, is breaking those habits and bringing in positive habits. The 6 of Cups is understanding everything happens for a reason, when it's supposed to happen and how it's supposed to happen. So a lot of letting go of, the things that we can't control. The 4 of Wands is about good news coming, so really awesome. But it's also about celebrating life to the fullest. Instead of being so stuck in what you can't do and all of that kind of stuff, it's focusing on just celebrating the small things and the big things, the people around you, the energy in your home. It's just really kind of an energy of celebration. There is the Queen of Cups. I knew you were going to get this card. The Queen of Cups is the card of let go, let God, or let go, let universe, whatever works for you. It is about emotionally letting go what no longer serves you, letting go of holding on emotionally to what it is that you want to happen. And it is let go, let universe is a really hard thing to put into practice and to explain. But it basically is, you do your part and you let go of how the outcome is going to be and when it's going to happen and what it's going to look like and how it's going to come to you. The only way I can explain this card is when the one time that I truly felt it is when I was writing my first book, and when I wanted to get a publisher, I wanted a traditional publisher, but then I thought one way or another the book was going to get published, whether I self-published it or whether I had a traditional publisher. I knew I wanted a traditional publisher, but I was open to, if it wasn't supposed to happen, it wasn't going to happen. But it was going to get published. So I researched both. I did the work for both. What I had to do when the time came, sent out the manuscripts to publishers, did all of that. And then within a month I had a publisher, because I really truly had zero emotion attached to it. I knew it was going to be published. I just didn't know how. And I did put out to the universe that I wanted it to be published with a publisher. So that is what happened. But I was also open to, if it didn't happen, it was still going to be published, but in a different way. So that is kind of the feeling. I had no emotion attached to it. And that's the hardest part. I just knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know how or what it would look like. So that is basically what you need to do with where you're moving towards. And then when you do move towards it, it is coming out of this box that you're in and moving towards a new beginning, a new way of being. And things really kind of coming out of this comfort zone, I guess is the best way of putting it, and moving forward. So really interesting. Okay, so then the card of what you don't see coming is, oh, that's an interesting card. So the Nine of Wands is all about that you've come through so much. You've, learned so much, you've gathered so much. And it's just kind of taking a deep breath in, exhaling, and moving forward. You might want to just, have a moment to just chill and relax, have a break, but then you keep going. It's about perseverance. So you're going to accomplish it. It's just, you just need to kind of take a step back, take a deep breath in, exhale, and move forward. Wow. And then the Sun is, so two things are saying the Sun is one of the best cards in the deck. It's not only attaining all the things that you want to attain, but it's also moving forward and attaining happiness and fulfillment with the success that you get. And so they're saying it two ways. You're moving towards that, but you also need to focus on happiness and joy and, abundance and gratitude, all those good feelings. Because when you focus on that, things move forward faster. Wow. So they double down on the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is perseverance. It is taking the deep breath in, exhaling, and then moving forward. You just need to have perseverance, Virgo. The Temperance card is about synchronicity. So this could be why they're really doubling down on the perseverance, like just keep going, because the Temperance card is the angels, our guides, the universe, lining things up to happen through synchronicity. And if you stop or slow down, then it doesn't move forward, right? They can't line up the things for you. So it's just keep going because things are going to line up. So just pay attention to opportunities, invites. They are lining things up. And the King of Wands is about focusing on the now, focus on what you need to do today, taking every moment and every step at a time. And a lot of the reasons why we have to do that is, one, because it's not overwhelming when we do that. We just have to focus on what's right in front of us. But the other reason is then you see synchronicity. So when the right class comes across or the right invitation comes across, the right opportunity, you will see it. If you're looking elsewhere behind you or way out in front of you, you're not going to see it. So just pay attention to what's right in front of you. Really, really interesting, Virgo. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you could like and share my videos, that helps me grow my channel and helps me keep doing these. Have a fabulous week. Let me know how it goes.
Worry works. 90% of the things you worry about never happen.